All right, everyone, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. We're loading in for the Group B Finals. It is Silence versus Valhalla. I'm your host, Little Rugar, and joining me today is once again Outcast Andrew. Are you ready, friend?
I am ready. Best of 5 action. We've got Nervo on Silence, killing with the Wraith. We got a Chase already at Shack. Good old Wraith on DDS. I'm very, very interested. You're about to see that there is no bamboozle. What's your thoughts on that? Because I think that's crazy.
Do you think that's as crazy as the fact there's no corrupt intervention? What is this build?
What is this build? Oh my God, you're right. I didn't even notice. Wow. Okay.
So, Sloppy is obviously a good pick. Sloppy's great. No Bamboozle is really weird to me, but...
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
It's a very spicy. We got two, Sloppy, yeah, good. Pain Res, yeah, good. I don't know if we want to talk about the other perk yet, because it hasn't come up yet. But we are on delay, right? We can probably talk
about it. This is pretty... I mean, obviously, Pain Res is something you find out about anyway. And I think Eruption, Pain Res is pretty standard. A great head-on coming in, as that means Ace is able to lose a little bit more distance here. However...
That was a really good head-on.
Yeah, I think that might... Is that Lucky Break? Is it not Lucky Break? I thought it was Lucky Break for a second, so... Great head-on play. But yeah, now the Survivor's called out there's no Bamboozle. They know that they can just abuse the heck out of this. However, not enough as that is a great... Oh my goodness, that's a nasty hit and first down.
Yeah. A little bit misplay there, a little miscalculation on Ace. Didn't get quite enough distance there. We are going to get a gen done by Water Tower. I haven't paid attention. We were so caught up with the... Oh my goodness!
I'm about to say Pain Res.
Coming at the last second. Sorry. I didn't look at the gen split because we were focused on the build. So I'm interested to see what we're looking at. We got a gen in the desert area, cranking away. Oh, we do have... Okay, so this gen... for those of you guys who know clock callouts, I don't like to talk about them a lot when I'm casting, but that 10 o'clock gen, that generator that's right by that hook, that generator only spawns about 10-ish % of the times, based on my own personal 2 gens pop, based on my own personal research. That back 3 gen has been cracked now. That was a very tight 3 gen, but I think that was a misplay by Wraith. Yeah, it was right by the hook. You could have checked out that gen. I guess I didn't realize it was cranking away, but wow.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's I'm surprised they did not go back and check it. Another head-on coming in. Mm-hmm. Oh my word. These guys are taking the Wraith to town.
That's 2 very important gens done very early on. Now, it is important to note that generator I was talking about, the one that's kind of like, in the middle of the desert, it is a very dangerous gen to work on, particularly if you're not rocking a sprint burst or something like that, because it's a pretty dead area of the map. And Gallows is also another one hard to work on. So those 2 gens are going to be difficult to work on, but the nice thing is that you could literally leave them and never finish them. We're kicking out some doors here, which is pretty important considering we're not rocking the, window tech.
I'm about to say, window teching the killer, very spicy. Getting the 50-50 with smash hit to boot to get him out of dodge.
And we're leaving.
I am wondering if the... little bit of a, I don't want to say non-standard, but this is very much against the standard of what you see. I'm wondering if not taking Corrupt is already coming to bite them here.
I think with the misplay, yes, because they had that the generator that was sort of closer to Shack in the desert area, had a lot of progress when that first down came in, but he was... I like the play, but they misplayed it slightly. They were trying to stop him from trying to drop with them, but it didn't work out. That generator cranking away was what they lost, what the corrupt intervention allowed, or lack of corrupt intervention. But you could have played it, so I don't know, misplay. I don't think the corrupt intervention mattered as much as not going to that generator. So.
I would agree. And Killer pushing servers off the area. Claudette will be found at main building. They haven't reset the other 2 survivors, but I don't feel like they have any pressure to set them at the moment, as the survivors are pretty happy with their situation. This killer needs to mount some pressure ASAP.
We're spreading around eruptions, so we're in theory spreading around some regression, but they managed to heal the Ace up now. We've got Dwight injured. I gotta imagine Dwight might be working a more isolated generator. It's we're not at the point right now. We're looking at like we have one hook right now, so we're looking at a really I was gonna say that's a swing, but he's stealth. My bad. We're looking at a really strong. Like, this is not a situation where you want to give up free hooks. They do reset the Dwight. This is, I mean, obviously we're still fairly mid game here, but this could be really strong for the survivors if this keeps going. Without Bamboozle, you can follow this window.
They're forcing you to uncloak. As soon as they realize you don't have Bamboozle, you are in a really bad situation because you can just abuse it.
Yeah, you're not in chase. You're not going to get in chase. We're kicking that gen again. The one thing about Eruption is if you double kick a gen before getting it down, you're wasting, like you're very strongly wasting. I guess it did apply the last perk. We haven't seen the last perk yet, so. Dude,
yeah, and survivors are playing around it too.
Uncloak. You really got to uncloak.
Yeah, survivors are playing this really meticulously. They're all reset. Only one hook to this killer so far. Things are not looking good. They're playing hit and run tactics because they have Sloppy Butcher, but survivors just don't care. They're playing this super methodical, super slow. Their gen pressure isn't the best at the moment after the first two gens, but it's because they're taking their time. They've got plenty of resources left. They're making sure their chases are long.
I think that, like, we called out the weird build. I think that the lack of Bamboozle is so much more significant than the Corrupt Intervention. This Bamboozle, I mean, maybe it's a risk. Okay, we do get it down. Not looking at the Eruption. I don't like that. You got all that information. Look at it. Where's your auras? You got one over there.
Yeah, you got one at 1. And second hook for Ace, so they do need to start being mindful of Ace's position, but yeah, got Saloon Gen about to fire. There's a good chance that the gen that Nia started is also about to fire. This
gen had progress too.
Yeah, that one's not even being worked on at the moment.
That one's not.
Yeah, the one that Nia was working on is also high progress.
If this one goes down, the last 3 gens are going to be 2 out by Gallows, and then the other one is going to be this one in mid-street. The survivors have a 2-2 split right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're in a really strong position. I know you need to protect these generators. Good pilot play here by the Wraith. I know you got to protect these generators, but the fact that you didn't go back, they still have 2 gens left.
Yeah.
Why are you not killing this Ace? This Ace needs to get the heck out of the game now if you want any chance of having a reasonable result.
They're doubling up on the gen that Ace was working on too. They have 2 separate gens ready to fire.
Yeah, the Ace resets, so we're not going to get a tunnel out. I think we're in spread the hooks and get as many hook states as we can territory now.
Well, I say you kind of, yeah, that's all you have left at this point because the survivors are not going to give you anything. There's 2 stats of Eruption.
And this
yeah, they're going to leave them slugged.
Yep, looks for it. The really unfortunate thing about that, like that, dying in the perfect place, by the way, Nia, there.
Yep, that's the dead zone you go for.
There's only one available hook. There's only one available hook, and it's a pretty easy one to unhook because you can go multiple directions. You can stealth through main and get the unhook. So, I mean, I don't know if I love the not hooking there, but I also, like, I respect it. I understand. I think that, is that in the locker room?
Yeah, they force the pick, which is smart. Lets you finish a gen potentially or go get the survivor. Yeah, the Ace is going to go pick up the survivor.
Pick up. Another gen's going to pop.
Yep, and they're going to pop a gen as well, unless the... Yeah, but I say Pain Red's not coming through. This game, it seems like almost from the beginning, has been falling apart for the killer.
Like, very quick find and tag, and a pretty quick down, too. Like, that was a Pain Res, by the way.
Yep.
It started out pretty well, but just, yeah, I mean... Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Letting that gen go when you were right beside it, that was clearly a mistake. I don't want to keep harping on it. Like, you know, there's a lot going on for players in these games.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to like, you know, rag on the killer here and tell them what the mistake made. But definitely a turning point of the game was letting that generator go. Again, no Bamboozle. I just, you know, it's hard to say that, you know, your game depends on a perk, but Bamboozle is such a strong and important perk on a map with such strong windows. I don't know how you have a good result without Bamboozle on this map.
They do have a couple servers injured, and they do have a little bit of pressure mounting now, so that is another down, another hook coming in potentially. If they try, the problem is I don't even know if you could snowball at this point. You might be able to. I think that's your only shot at this point from, you know, trying to get any kind of points is you have to snowball, and you got 2 servers that are death hook now. Checking the back area, but I don't think anybody's here. I think they're going to go back and double up on the Oh, they found the survivor over here, but they're doubling up on the gallows gen. I think you just go for a trade here. Yeah, hook trade.
Yeah, and I don't think the snowball was really possible because without you okay, Dwight? Without the bamboozle, you just run to main. Run to main. Just run to main, and you can delay enough that the rest of your team can pick up. We do get the kill on Ace. Dwight is dead on hook. Everybody's injured. Narvo's looking for any fresh hooks.
Well, so they found Nancy. No, that's Dwight.
Dwight.
That's the one you don't want to
Dwight,
find.
the death hook. Yeah. But again, so what's happening here from the survivor's point of view? I don't know if we saw, but the two survivors that are important because they're resetting right now.
They're resetting. That's so smart.
Sloppy Butcher makes it so you can't 99 the heal. So
and
now
they bite the bullet, so it's a silence.
Oh, that's strong.
Oh my goodness, bite the bullet, absolutely clutch. Even if the killer wasn't in range, you wouldn't be able to hear him reset. Reset fully coming through. Yeah.
That door was about 75%, by the way, too. So
really,
that door is really close to being open. We do see Nia, but we still got Shaq. Okay, finds a Claudette. Claudette's gonna be able to go run to win. Interesting pathing. I think if she beelined over to the pallet behind us right now.
I think she wants to loop at Shaq and try and maybe get or Hatch maybe.
Maybe, but she's gonna potentially die here. Okay.
They played around Bamboozle not being there all game. Hit take coming in from Nia.
Yeah.
We see the exit gate being opened.
Once the door opens, they're gonna be able to take hits. And keep in mind too, Dwight taking a hit is valid. Dwight is 1.
Oh,
Dwight is 1, and Claudette is 3. So they want to trade Dwight's life for either one of these. Nia is injured, needs to get the heck out of there because she also is worth 3. Interesting. Again, infinite window.
But I say, if Dwight could set up in this doorway, they'd be in a position.
But there's 2 doors.
That is true.
Uh-oh. Head on! Oh, the head-on play!
No!
Does she make it?
I think she does, because Dwight's here for the body block. Oh, they get around.
You have to take the... I think you have to take Dwight.
You have to take Dwight, yeah.
He's going to lose Dwight. Dwight gets Hatch.
I'm not convinced. I think he can get around and body block him.
Well, if he... Wow, okay, he gets Dwight, okay. Still, incredible play from the survivors to make that a 6-hook game with 2 fresh hooks getting out the door. Huge plays, great head-on play. I guess maybe Narvo didn't remember that Dwight was the head-on play, so very strong showing from survivors. I don't know if that was an intentional hit on hook.
I mean, it might have been. It might have been like, dadgummit, Dwight, you cost me a fresh hook.
Yeah, not just a fresh hook, but 3 hooks, too.
Yeah.
Like, he was worth the bare minimum, so.
All right, well, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. We're loading in for trial number 2. And yeah, but seeing Corrupt Intervention already off the bat makes me feel a little bit safer, because I felt really, really insecure going into that match and just like not seeing white gens pop up in the pack.
This build is very much what I'm looking for. We'll leave it at that. We got Corrupt Intervention. We have Chase we found already on Ronaldo. And little auto aim. Swing. Oh, that stinks. That was a correct play and a unfortunate swing. But we got the tag in right away, so it didn't really make a difference. And spicy and close, but not quite. We're gonna see a head on. Here comes a head on.
Nope, no head on. But what we did see is Bamboozle, which is again.
That's the one.
I'm surprised we took that long. Oh, Ace dropping down from above, take a body block, and we do see there's no sloppy as well, so those body blocks do feel a lot better. So that's these things. Not seeing sloppy is a bit interesting, but again, you only have so many perks to pick from. I think I'm fine with this. An early down coming in as well.
With the win condition and the perks I'm seeing, I'm happy with the build. I'm sure the viewers are happy that we're running Bamboozle, so I'll shut the heck up about it. We do see a hit come in on Ace. I'm not sure why Ace took that hit. I think that Renato could have made it upstairs to the window, and it just gave it's that situation where you take a hit early on. You take a hit early on when there's no hooks, and the killer can really if Renato was being tunneled out, okay, take a hit, maybe take it down for him, and he can get away and get healed up. But when no hooks have come in yet, you're kind of just giving the killer more options. I think that was maybe I agree with no sloppy butcher. It makes it a little bit easier to take hits, but I don't know if I agree with that hit tank at that point. Because how fast did Ace go down there, right? Like, he went down pretty fast anyway.
Yeah, so... well, I think the idea was just, like, prevent them from going down in general. Another hit tank coming in from Nia, but it was for nothing as they jumped in a locker.
For nothing. Maybe missed comms there, didn't say I'm coming in for the hit or something, because Nia was there. She was able to take that hit. But instead we get a free injury state. We do see the first gen pop, and now we got 2 injured survivors, 1 hook survivor, and we're doing a little bit of reset here. Ooh, I see one of those perks. Is a very nice perk on the survivor there. The good old friendly competition I see on that perk was very, very nice. I like it. I don't know if it's going to come into play. Not going to see if it's going to come into play, but it's nice. It's something. It's an unorthodox pick. I like it.
Agreed. And I'm about to say Ace in a bit of a predicament. Nia possibly going to get reset soon. We'll just have to wait and see. Finding Hinatu once again. Great mind game and winning the 50-50, but no, never mind.
Goodness, great play.
Kind of surprising that was going to be able to hit, and now Hinatu getting injured, Nia getting reset, but now Ace only has about 40 more seconds on this hook before progressing to death, and the survivors only have 1 gen complete. This is looking potentially 4K territory.
Well, it really is, and Ace is very close to dead here. So we're going to have to come in and get either a double on hook or a trade. And we're only looking at 6 hooks here, right? They're just cranking gens, so they're trying to get ahead here. So that's a dead Ace at 4 gens. Close. They're almost done some gens, but 4 gens and Ace is dead. I got to tell you, I just want to drop back a little bit. Vabo on our Wraith here is playing phenomenally. Got that auto aim early on, but just really hugging loops and managing to swing around pallets and stuff like that. I've seen some really nice hits and really nice plays from it. I just wanted to draw attention to that. Really, really good play by our killer here. Tag on Nia. This stops this gen here, and none of those gens popped. None of the gens actually popped yet, so we're still... Sorry, I spoke too soon. 1 gen has popped.
Yep, 1 gen popped. And again, denying Hinatu towards the window. Oh, man.
This Wraith knows his windows. Or her window, sorry. Vabo knows their windows, and... is just pinching, just sticking a foot in the way, just sticking their foot in the door, saying, nope, sorry, you can't go through there. And we got a split Wraith situation going on. Love that little horror for you, little nightmare feel for you guys.
I love the mask. I love seeing Slipknot in the game. I would like to see Wraith as a whole individual, not as in chunks. But
it's weird that Wraith is specific like that.
No, not just Wraith anymore. We saw the Dark Lord have the same problem when we saw Dracula.
Really?
Yeah, they have the same issue. It's not just Wraith; it's a couple killers now.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. But yeah, Wraith is a classic. Oh my goodness! This is what I'm talking about. Very, very precise movements. Very precise. Like, again, I think that might be why the auto aim came in that one time, because just like. It's a game of inches for Vabo here, and I'm really loving it. That was crazy good. It
really is. And second hook coming in for Hinatu. Survivors need to reset, but no, they're doubling up on a gen right now. I respect it. They've got to get gens done, and they can't give another hook state at this point.
Yeah, any hook state is game over at this point, right? Because if it's either Hinatu dies and then anything else, but anyone else goes down, that's gonna be worth enough points to win the match. So I mean, barring any weird bleed outs like we had in the bronze medal game, but for the most part, this is essentially over. Well, no, bleed outs wouldn't even matter. I say
bleed outs would still be fine for Wraith. Yeah, no, Wraith is looking happy here. This hook should solidify the win for them, and yeah, no, the killer played really well. Boil over, my least favorite perk in the game coming in, but not enough, as that will be a fresh hook onto Nia. And yeah, but I say survivors are kind of SOL for this first set. Obviously, again, second set couldn't come back in, but this was a pretty strong showing for Valhalla.
It was, but again, I think it just comes down to, like, I think that the way Naru played, they could have easily had a strong result like this. It was just the perk pick. The perk differences really came in play.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said for the pre-game and the mid-game.
I also hate boil over, by the way. In my opinion, and this has changed a little bit because of recent perks, specifically Weave Attunement, but in my opinion, there's the boil over is the Franklin's demise of survivors, and what I meant by that was it's not a good perk. It's just really annoying, and it makes me hate you. Right? With Weave Attunement, it made Franklin's a bit better, but in general, like I don't think Franklin's was a good perk. It's just annoying. And boil over, I don't think it's a good perk. It's just annoying.
I actually like Franklin's for what it does. I just wish it made the item disappear. I wish because like I think Weave Attunement's fine. I think Franklin should just make the item disappear. There's the Weave Attunement's not a problem anymore. But
oh well, I just say that Franklin's now has more of a meta with Weave Attunement.
Oh yeah.
So my opinion that I didn't think Franklin's was a very good perk was based around before Weave Attunement. That's going to be a 4K 3. Ooh. That is so strong. Wow.
That is a very, very strong Wraith result. Valhalla coming out and saying, we came prepared for this set. And we'll have to see how Silence responds in set number 2. As set number 1 was definitely a bit of a slaughterhouse. Yeah, Wraith nodding saying, yeah, that was a good game.
I agree, Wraith. I agree, Philip. I agree. My goodness. Okay, so we're coming into the second match. The second match coming up will be Unknown on Blood Lodge. We were talking about this during the bronze medal game, but it's exciting. Like you said, it's got some neat geometry, and personally, all the filler palettes with the low. There's a lot of low wall filler palettes and interesting filler palettes like with dumpsters that you can bounce UBX off of. I'm excited coming into round 2.
Absolutely, I am looking forward to it. Just, again, and it's really, really fun if either one of these teams happens to have an unknown specialist, because the unknown specialist in this game... All right, everyone, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. We're loading in for set number 2, trial number 3. It is Vaba once again piloting the Unknown. And, what we do know is that there is a corrupt intervention. What do you know, Andrew? Besides that, it's not called Shockwave. Ooh. Yeah, true. Weakness. You apply weakness with the UVX. I was say, what's not weak is this loop. And Ace will take a tag after getting rid of the weakness. Now, trying to fake the UVX actually will take a teleport. Going back onto the side of the map. No Ruin in play to start regressing that generator. Taking a pot shot, but Adam is well on his way to the shack. Survivors are playing this really clean, really safe. Taking a hit at the shack window. We'll have to see how the killer comes back, because we're almost at the end of the 2-minute corrupt period. And these survivors aren't giving it. Oh, Adam getting a little bit overzealous on that corner, not holding that check spot, and will take the M1 for it. Andrew, did you switched off your mic on... We can't hear you on stream anymore. In the meantime, Adam will take the weakness after getting unhooked. They are in both deep wound and weakened state, which means they are not very safe here. We'll take a tag over the top once again. You're back now.
I'm back now. You can hear me?
Yes.
I don't know what happened. No, I didn't touch anything. It just disconnected. Hi, sorry. I was shouting that was a mortar, but anyways, it's a long pass. What are we doing? Second hook. 2 gens done. Yay! Go DVD.
It's okay. Andrew was just lamenting about how wrong they were about everything regarding Shockwave, and that they're really questioning their sense of reality at this point. So
I mean, a little bit of the sense of reality. I agree with that. That's a fair assessment.
In the meantime, though,
everything I know is a lie.
Gens, applying Eruption. Second hook on Adam so far. Survivor is definitely good with the gen pressure at the moment, though. Waiting to come back over here and teleport.
That is a really, really, really spicy hallucination on the hill there. I like it. If they get back on this gen over here, you're gonna have Unknown sitting on the edge there, just watching you do it. I like it. Teleport
yeah, they
over
had
the
a really
hook.
good setup there.
Teleport over the hook. Good try to wallbang there. Doesn't quite go through. Is wallbang okay? Can I use the term wallbang?
I don't know. It sounds kind of frisky, so I'm not a fan of no. Yeah, no. This is pretty dire slowly for Survivors. Survivors had a really good start, but it is kind of slipping away for them at a much faster pace than I would have anticipated.
Yeah, a lot of again. I think we started chase on 3 different survivors before we actually committed. Adam unfortunately did make a mistake there at Shack originally, which led to this sort of like fairly quick tunnel out. We are applying Eruption again onto this generator here. We're sitting at a 3v1 with 3 gens left.
Oh, that was a great weakness.
It must have hit the tailgate of the car truck there, I think. Oh, but the dodge, and now they're gonna break out of it. You're gonna take the damage, but we're gonna break out of the weakened state. I know terms.
There you go. Ace, however, is still weakened at the moment, and if they can find them and get a drop on them, that'd be pretty huge here.
I think he's here. I think this was him, because he was, this is where he came from trying to go for that save. So Ace is in the neighborhood. Not yet removed that weakened state. Oh, there we go. The Shack pallet is down and gone, but Ace gets away pretty cleanly. I'd say he's probably about halfway done cleansing his weakened state. So our killer is going to want to get another tag on him very quickly. That looked like a live to me.
Oh, if that had hit, that'd been really nice. But I think, I think Ace realizes how the killer works and took that corner a bit wide, so they didn't get hit there. However, they did get M1 tag. But I say they need some gens. There, I was waiting for. I was like, "There's way too little gen progress right now." But Survivor's doubling down on gens, complete number 3 and 4, leaving the Shack still about 50%. Killer is back in that same spot where they've got to make something happen quick.
2 gens pop at the same time. Ace utilized the strong Shack tile to keep his team alive in this. We haven't seen. Have we seen any damage with the UVX? I think it's all been M1s with the UVX being in the weakened state has put the survivors in kind of like a little bit of mispositioning because they're trying to get line of sight.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think we've seen any damage, have we?
Not a lot of it, but again, being able to teleport around really does have its usefulness. I would say they do recognize that Jake is on this generator. However, Jake is injured. If this is if this was a quick chase by somehow, it's like some miracle, that's actually really bad for servers. That could be a 4K1 all of a sudden with a snowball, but yeah, it looks like Ace is able to get unhooked. Jake will be taking this tile. Imagine probably a Lithe coming in. No,
Lithe was on the Nancy, I believe.
Oh.
And it was on one of the others. I think that was an attempt at a balanced landing, maybe. But
possibly.
I know that it's hit or miss off that truck. I think it depends on your
last time I checked.
frame
I don't
rate.
think you get balance landing off that vault.
So I don't know if you know this or not. You can if you're running if your frame rate is high enough. I don't understand why.
Checks, yeah, that makes sense actually, yeah.
Yeah, I think because if you get more frames in the fall, it's so weird, but it's actually.
Oh!
God, I never touched those.
Yeah, they noticed that the hallucination turned and it was being dispelled. Oh, that is huge.
That was huge. Hit through the window. We now have... Okay, so we get the unhook over across the map, but wow, that was massive. I didn't even notice that. Did you see the hallucination change move?
I didn't, but the killer must have, or was coming over here just to check the gen off a happenstance, but regardless.
Random. Yeah.
Yeah, incredibly good call there. Leaving the survivor... Oh, okay, they're out there. I thought they left him out. Yeah. Ace running around for the unhook in the meantime. I'm about to say, this should be the last pain res, potentially. No, they saved the pain res.
That's interesting.
Very
I mean, I guess
interesting.
maybe knows how much gen progress. Again, very mobile killer, can teleport around the map, knows how much gen progress had already come in, and also knew where all the survivors were based on the fact that they had to get the unhook. We are in this corner looking for Narvo, who is our injured Jake player. I'm going to guess that they ran into the map like over here. Yeah, somewhere like this. For the people. Interesting play.
Interesting
Dude,
play indeed.
What's Ace's build that being injured would help him? Is Dead Hard?
Ooh.
Live. Why would you for the people?
I'm not entirely sure myself. Yeah, but I was gonna say there's no Dead Hard. Maybe just making themselves a target. I'm not really sure, but regardless.
Pain res. If that was because of pain res, that is one of the most heads up plays I've ever seen in a comp game.
That's fair. No, wait, they don't get an angle for that? And agitation's gonna be an M1.
Nice, yeah.
Oh man, that is huge.
I bet that was a pain res play. I bet that was they recognized that pain res did not come in on Nancy. Nancy has not been pain res yet, and it was better for their gen progress to keep Nancy healthy and have Ace be the obvious target. That is crazy smart.
That might just very well be the case, but regardless, I'm about to say Survivor's in a bit of a. Oh, that was a great rebound off the
There it
UVX.
There it is.
No,
Unhook does
that's what
come
it was. It was second wind. Ace has second wind. That's what they're doing.
Oh. It could be both. Okay, you're right. You're right. It is. Second one is probably the play. That's good, but I'm disappointed because I really had hoped it was the pain res play because that would have been just like next level genius.
Porque no los dos.
Yeah, we can. Let's just say it's both. We can say it's both. Maybe they're resetting. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. We got good. Anyways, overall, look at this. Vabo's in a very commanding position. None of the gens have very much progress. We're running out of hook states here. Narvo is on death hook and does get unhooked as we have our killer come back over to maybe finish the tunnel out here. Nope, going for the Nancy. Maybe for the pain res?
Possibly, or just to get another survivor down. Again, they're getting their points. They've definitely brought this game back in their favor. And especially if this is a pain res, that's going to guarantee that even doubling up on that generator is not going to be enough. Yeah, Jake already free-running out of there. Ace will take the pain res.
Interesting. Okay, so that's all pain res is gone. Pain res is now a finished perk. We are down to eruption as far as perks goes, and of course agitation.
Well, I mean, Shaq is at the point where it's gotten so many eruption hits on it that, and pain res hits, it might be at its last eruption at this point, but even then, another down is going to pretty much solidify the game anyway, so this is looking to be, if not a 4K1, I'm not sure how the survivors finish the 5th gen.
Not able to kick.
It was weird. Or no, there's no blast mine. Yeah, that gen can't be kicked anymore.
I think it was a spectator bug because it didn't get the entity spikes, but I think it was just spectator bug. I think that is because it's been kicked multiple times and pain res at least once, so I would say that it's likely it's done. So Shaq cannot be stopped anymore. Shaq has 0 regression left. Shaq will get done if they commit to it. We are camping out here. We got Ace running in.
Trying to body block him.
Body block. It's working. Pinching him into the corner. This is so close. He gets it. He gets it. He doesn't get what? That's not an angle?
Wait, how did... They had plenty of room for the prompt. I'm really surprised that didn't work.
That was insane. I cannot believe that didn't hit. And that's going to be a dead Nancy, and we're down to death hook for 2 survivors. This gen has a lot of progress, but it can be regressed. And now we're down to next down. We'll end the game, essentially. Ace is going to be running back to Shaq, trying to get some progress on it, but there's not a lot of progress left on Shaq.
Yeah, about to say...
Balance landing. So he was balance landing.
He was balance landing,
yeah.
Oh, and they leave him weakened. That's really smart. Yeah. Ace. Oh, no. They got to make this chase last.
Yep. Okay, so both of them weakened. That gen did have a ton of progress. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him teleport back the moment, if this hits or not. I wouldn't be surprised if yeah. Well, okay, he's gonna down him.
Yep. Be really big brain is if Jake wasn't even on this gen over here. They were over at Ace's vicinity and was trying to get set up. No, not gonna be the case. But I was getting set up for a reset, but not gonna be the case. And
that would
is
have
a
been
dead
pretty
survivor.
crazy. Wow, strong game, but that's very interesting game. Vabo seemed like he was, like they were a little bit unsure at the beginning. A little bit. Wow, we're really greeting this hook. I know why, but we are really greeting this hook. Is he gonna make it? I think he wiggles right now.
No, it's Agi.
Oh!
It's Agi. It's always
No, I know
Agi.
it's Agi. I know it's Agi, but that was last second. That was a full bar. Like,
That's possible.
it was. Oh, I was counting. That was a full bar. That was 100% a full bar. But regardless, anyways, Vabo managed to pull that game out. It started out very strong for the survivors. Unfortunately, we had the tunnel out extremely fast, and that led to Vabo being able to turn this into a 4K1. This is a very, very winnable set for Valhalla.
Yeah, very, very well done. And so now it's going to be a little bit of a... It's going to be a bit of a difficult ask for Silence's Killer here, is you can't bring Noah. Just... It's not going to save you the win condition. I'm not really sure... All right, everyone, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. We're loading for trial number 4, so just a little bit of word from the back end. The reason we had such a long break is we were trying to verify if or not that was in fact a hook bug, as that was a pretty brutal one if it was, but as the team of dedicated bug knowers behind the scenes were looking at it, it seems like it was more of a ping issue than a bug. Even though it looked very much like a bug, it was in fact more of a ping related issue, so there will be no resets or penalties applied. And we'll be moving into trial number 4 with Silence on Killer against Valhalla Survivor Team, and they've got a little bit of a tall order as it 4K1 just to tie it. However, this build is looking quite spicy. How you feel about this one?
I like it a lot. I will point out that we have a different killer this time. We have Mariana as opposed to we had Narvo, which, you know, playing to what you were saying earlier about, does anyone have a specialist? I mean, I'm not saying Mariana is a specialist, but we are looking at a different killer, so clearly the discussion has been had is who plays the better unknown. So hopefully we see some spicy. We got some good jukes coming in from Ovi here on Claudette. My goodness, a couple really nice UVX jukes. Yeah, we got a pretty heavy gen regression build, and I think it's pretty standard. We need to get some quick downs to make this work. Was that someone edge map there? Am I crazy? Was someone just running edge map there?
I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I'm not sure. Lucky Break should be wearing out soon.
One gen pops, but that was a quick down as well. I think they might have. Did they maybe double the gen? That seemed like.
Oh, there is someone over here, so you might have been right about that. Yeah. Yeah, over here.
Oh, they called out Ruin as she ran by. That's what happened. So she ran edge map. She ran edge map and was working on she being Nia. Ran edge map right to the left of us, right where we are right there,
yeah.
as the chase was coming by. I knew I saw her. So they broke Ruin. Ruin is out of play, and that was not a pain res, we should point out.
It was not, and now looking around for Survivor, already one generator down. Killer definitely has to go around and push survivors. I see a survivor over here at check, probably the Nia. It seems like where they might have rotated from. Coming over here, kicking the gen, applying Eruption. But as a Ruin did not last very long, not able to get the weakness on the survivor. Immediately teleporting back, pushing them away, but I think survivors are, yeah, but I say they've already got a good bit of distance away. No, Nia was over here getting the pick. Interesting.
Yeah, there was a lot of rotation going on during that hook because I think they did double that first gen and everyone was kind of running around. Nia was on the gen near that hook, but then rotated around for the Ruin. So I think there was a lot of motion on the survivors around the map. So we are trying to continue the tunnel out on the Claudette here. Our killer did teleport back to the hook, but the teleport was not that close. Got the one weakened on the important person on Ovi, but Nia is just being a menace here. And pinching off. Are we gonna?
Oh, that was a great hit.
Very nice hit.
Something that's weird about unknown. Sometimes it feels like it doesn't ounce. Like, I know that was two very quick connections is what happened there, but it looked like it just was a straight up shoot and fire and explode, right? That's where I struggle with unknown, and it's where I find unknown very interesting.
It's why they're a specialist killer, and that is going to be a pain resonance. Hitting, I believe, Ace's gen probably. Shaq gen got a lot of progress as well. They will be able to apply Eruption to it again, though. Oh, they're actually on a completely separate gen back here as well.
We have seen all of our perks, by the way, now. So we have Ruin, we have Corrupt, we had Pain Res, and we have Eruption. So that's all 4 of our perks here. Obviously, like you said, no NOED, because what would be the point? You're a NOED.
Ooh, they actually ran back into it.
Nice UVX orb there on Svexy. Are we going to see damage? Not quite. I'm going to guess we're going to see an FTP coming in. There it is. FTP comes
there's the
in.
FTP.
So we need another 2-tap on the Claudette to finish the tunnel out. There are 2 gens that we know. Great UVX. We have 2 gens we know of with high progress. And then Claudette here. That's one of them popping. Claudette here.
Oh man, barely missing it. And that will be a tag onto them, but not enough. But I say they also didn't throw Ace into a body block either, just in case they didn't want to miss the eruption. Another weakness applied there with UVX, and Claudette tried to hold W to the other end of the map, probably so that they can go double the gen at Shaq and just let the. No, they're body blocking for her.
Oh, and she dodges it. She's gonna drop her weekend. Her weekend is gone.
That was such an incredible body block. The coordination for that is so good.
So good. Those are 2 huge. What are we doing? Why are we leaving her?
I think they just want to get the down so they can get the eruption, but it's not in time as there is another gen firing.
Yeah. I don't know about that choice. I see what you're saying. I don't know about that choice though. It's really, really. I want to point out Claudette. She did take the M1. Wow, they're gonna get another gen done. I'm surprised they didn't push that. I guess they wanted to eat that. Is that gen isolated?
It's at Shaq, so they had a really good 3-4 gen around that area, but it's been completely broken since then. Killer's gonna rotate down here, try and get them off the generator. Ace has been committing to it the whole time, though. Claudette's nowhere to be seen. I'm surprised they didn't try to go find her. Maybe they didn't. They just hit her out well. Again, it is hard to find. Like once you commit to another server, it is hard to find them again. So.
It is true. The Claudette, I want to point out again, she took the M1 at main there, but taking the M1 by juking the UVX is so much such a bigger deal, because if she takes if she's weakened and takes the UVX hit, now she's injured and weakened, and there's not and then it ups your weakened state. So basically you're 1 UVX away from death. Great moves, and then takes another UVX to get weakened again, and then jukes it again. So essentially 4 UVXs without a damage state on that, with other than the M1. Huge from Claudette. She's healthy. She's healed. Everyone's healthy and healed now. Ace is seconds away from being healed using second wind. This is looking very dire for Mariana.
Yeah, but I say this is a slow slip away. They had a really good start, and now kind of starting to slip out of their grasp. They really did need to try and commit to that. Claudette is, again, a 3v1 versus a good unknown is just, it's almost unholdable. The killer has so much map pressure and hit and run potential that it's just difficult. Now taking chase at Shaq. This, but I say, at this point, getting the win condition is probably a bit out of reach. Just trying to get that tie condition is probably more where they want to be at this point.
I always look at these games, it's weird, like, unless it's, whenever it's a pretty hard, like, 4v1's doable, but it's not a foregone conclusion. Whenever I see a win condition like that, I always have in my head, at least get the tie. At least get the tie. Obviously go for the win, but at least get the tie. And I think that was a great little bounce off that collision there.
That really was.
We're gonna see it down on cornered up a little bit.
Yep, and they're not even take the time to chase it. They're gonna teleport immediately back. Yeah,
he
worried about this
teleported
gen.
the wrong one.
I don't know. I think this was intentional. Actually, I think they were trying to go back and make sure this gen doesn't fire. I think they've given up on the Shaq gen.
I don't think that's the case, because maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like he was hovering over the one. It looks like Mariana was hovering over one at Shaq. At the last second, it hit the other one. Maybe you're right, but I think that wasn't the case.
It's possible.
That looked like an accident.
But now we're in the situation. The tie condition has been met. They picked up the Dwight. Someone rotated over.
That's so unfortunate. I think that was an accident, because it was hovering up until the very last second. It was highlighting the one by Shaq. I'll have to watch the replay. Anyways, yeah, everybody's healthy. They've already managed the tie condition. The win condition is out of reach. We have what? We have a fresh hook. Our only fresh hook is if we want to go for that pain res, Mia is the only fresh hook. Yeah,
but even then, like, I'll be honest, I don't know how you get the tie condition at this point. You've got a 4v1 still going on. You do find Claudette, your Deathhook survivor, but It might be too little too late. Yeah, good dodge.
Hot take, the survivors are running any means necessary because that's the second time that pallet's been thrown.
I'm not
Just
surprised. It
noticed
is
that.
actually somewhat of a common perk we've seen recently.
No, for sure. It's only notable when it's notable, but I'm like, wait a minute, wait a second. You know.
Oh my goodness, look at that UVX hit.
Whoa! They're gonna get the gen.
Yep, they were tripling that generator. Sprint Burst getting in some distance. Yeah, about to say, just trying to... Oh, very delayed hit onto Nia.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, as soon as you see all three get hit with that, you're like, oh my god, like, oh my god, look, you got all. Oh no, that's definitely bad because they're definitely gonna crank that. Good effort by Mariana. I think that the turning point was dropping the tunnel for the Dwight there. I think that you could have maintained, and again, that might have been maybe get him out of the way. I think it was more along the lines of maybe trying to get a pain rest to keep that gen from popping, but yeah, it didn't work out in their favor. So this is going to be another win. This is going to be 2 wins for Valhalla, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, this is looking to be 2 wins for Valhalla, which again makes this third one a bit of a love point. They finally get the down. They're not even going to go for the fresh one. Are they trying to Mori there? Was they survivors are still on the map?
I don't know. Maybe
they didn't finish this.
Misclick. Maybe misclick. Maybe swinging out of frustration.
Oh, that was
maybe
close.
waving goodbye to Claudette. Who knows?
Maybe.
The other gate is pretty open, so I think we're going to get outs here. But again, it's a little irrelevant. The win condition has been met, but...
I mean, it's never wrong to try and get some extra points in the board. Again, if it does come down to later on, it does mean something. But yeah, I
agree.
Yeah, but I say going into the third set 2-0 or down 2 games is definitely a bit on the rough side.
I agree. And I think what we're going to see here is we're going to do a little bit, other than running into walls, we're going to do a little bit of looping over by Shaq and probably go for a hatch play, I'm guessing. But
possible.
We'll see how this goes.
No, I'm not going to hit that.
Maybe goes all the way into the map too. Oh, that you can hear the door behind us opening too. So
yep.
Both doors open and hatch options. Take the hit here and probably take a hit and get out. And that's going to be.
They might be able to block it off, but I think the survivors kind of saw the teleport coming too. Oh, they actually got that.
Mortar shot. One more juke. One UVX orbit of prayer. Oh,
got the shot.
Downtown. Moral victory. Do not flashlight save this crap. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get your butt out of my. Get out of here. Yeah. You smelly Nia. All right, we're gonna.
I say yeah. They will chase the server out.
Mori. Come on.
But I say a Mori, possibly even too graphic for the eyes of a competitive.
Come on, guys. Come on. The people want to see the Mori. All right. Well, GG's on that one.
It was a good attempt, but that will be 2-0 in favor of Valhalla as we go into trial number 5, set number 3. This is not where you want to be if you are silent. This is pretty dire straits. This is... All right, everyone, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. So we were bamboozled. The scorecard that we were reading from that told us the sets. It was a liar. And I am sad. I feel robbed of my jank matchup. However, I can't be too mad. It's like this is where Ghostface belongs.
It's a classic. We had Wraith Dead Dog and we have Ghostface Leary's, 2 classic matches.
Absolutely. And I think the Ghostface even saw a survivor walk across, but the survivor spotted them first. And looks like they're already in chase with potentially 2 different survivors here. Getting out. Oh, that is a nasty tag onto Ace and pushing them away from the generator they're working on. Its ruin is regressing at the moment. We do see Sloppy. There is no corrupt. Again, a map where I can understand not bringing corrupt potentially. However, this isn't the same as Hawkins. However, that's
he got
down.
stuck.
Oh my goodness.
I agree with you. This is I support this. Oh my God! Everything's happening all at once. Huge fast downs on Alice on Ace, and then we get the pallet save. Still alive. That's a strong pallet gone. Part of the Ghostface Leary's set is taking care of getting rid of a lot of these really strong pallets. Is this the strong window? Is the question.
It doesn't matter. This pallet is technically... Well, no, right. We're playing SA to EU, so the ping doesn't allow for it. This is a great hit tank coming in from Adam. This is technically a check-spottable pallet.
I know it's a god pallet, but it's also not... This pallet is a god pallet if you play it perfectly. Not everybody does.
Well, right, and that's the thing. I think we're playing at nearly 200 ping from South America to EU, so...
Yeah. Although I do think that if you give this a couple... Yeah, there you go. I was going to say, you give this a couple swings maybe, and then you give up on it, but it wound up working out for them. So, okay, a little delayed, but we're getting the first hook here on the ace. I like a lot of the perks. There's one missing that I would have picked, but I'm going to leave that alone for now. We will see...
Oh, that Pain Res actually hit this gen.
I was going to say, did Pain Res go out?
Yeah, Pain Res did hit that gen, so it did prevent the second gen from firing. However, question is, does Ghostface find it? Oh, they find the injured Adam.
We've seen 3 of the 4 perks so far. We've seen Ruin, we've seen Pain Res, and we've seen Sloppy Butcher. No Corrupt. I think the pallet's got to go. Yeah, pallet's got to go. Ace gets unhooked. I don't think we can go back to hook. I think we're pretty far away. I think you might want to go for Ace. Maybe we're just going to play Stealthy Boy, go hide in the shadows and see who we can sneak up on.
Would make sense. I'm about to say, I think you definitely do want Ace out of the equation. They do finish that second generator for their trouble.
I just felt like he was too far away and he gets away.
Do you see that? They were healing and... Oh, no.
Again, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's a ping issue. Maybe, I mean, again, coming from a dude who is not as good at the game as these players, and also I'm not nearly as good at Survivor. That's going to be a pallet save.
I thought it was too, but they didn't get it.
I don't mean to be passing shade here, but Ace has messed up a couple times. Like Ace has his pathing. He's maybe it's his sight lines are not quite right. His camera's not facing the right way, but he's been caught a few times running into clipping walls, not quite getting the distance he should, and he's taken a few downs, and it's costing the team right now.
It really is, and also getting found out behind the scenes. Obviously, no light there is. I think almost all exhaustion perks are banned against Ghostface. For the people coming in from Adam, though, that's why they couldn't do it before, is because Adam was already injured, and they're the for the people player. Now you're in trouble if you're the Ghostface, because where did that ace go?
Dude, I don't know if you saw, but their ruin is awesome. It's
Bro, look at that. They actually find the survivor.
How much they got? 50% stealth on him, stock on him. The thing is, like, you want to get Ace out of here, but I think that 99ing him and coming back from like after a short chase with somebody else or down with somebody else is valid too, because the whole point is you want him out of the match. But like, if you can stack that that stock on him, or full pop it and full send it. It's interesting. We should point out the fact that the add-ons are a little bit different. We don't have any drop knife leg sheath.
True, it's just
no
Philly.
Doesn't make a difference. Doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
Philly's valid. Philly's valid. Right?
Philly's great. Yeah, no, for sure. But that is, again, a very quick down onto Ace, and that is a survivor out of the game at 3 gens remaining. Survivors, they might be able to jam the third one out. What's the progress on the other one? There is no progress. They are in a locker. You coward. Get out here and fight.
It's like, I don't care, win or lose, I'm going to stun this killer.
Right, and that is third generator down. Have they split the gens enough to be in the favor? It is a 2-2 split, so Ghostface will have to contend with that.
He's going to put on his running shoes. He's going to be his hiking shoes. He's going north to south, back and forth. We do get a reset on Nia. Important to note there. Oh, I was going to say there's very little stock on the map. There's 0 stock on the map.
There is 0 stock on the map now, correct.
He just tagged the Dwight.
But that is another survivor that's injured. You've got 2 of them injured now, as they haven't had a chance to reset Adam yet. And this might actually be... Oh, no, they actually get away to this... I'm about to say... Now, this is not the safest pallet, though. They might be able to mind game this.
Given the way Mariana's been playing, I'm so shocked that they didn't just swing through that last pallet. Because they've just been full sending it. But yeah, I think this is going to be a down on Dwight. You can swing through this. Oh!
They should have swung a little bit earlier. Now, no, wait, you have bloodlust now. Why would you leave it? They're scared. They want to make sure.
I think that Mariana didn't swing there because they were... I love that. I think Mariana didn't swing there because they were scared. Like, if you swing and they fake the pallet, then they make it, right? Mm-hmm. So I think it was valid. It was almost like a 50-50 swing. So it wound up not working out in their favor.
Not quite. And getting some stock onto Nia and then leaving them. Maybe trying to go back for getting a drop on one of these 2 injured survivors, but I don't know if they'd be working on a gen right now. There's no gen work. They're probably going to meet up and reset.
This ruin is going to last the entire game. I'm calling it right now. Unless something crazy happens, like this ruin is not going anywhere. It is not in a findable place. Particularly with where the active gens are right now.
Right.
That's all I'm going to say. But okay, so we're getting a full reset here, maybe, unless Ghostface can sneak up. The interesting thing about Ghostface sets, and I'm not the first person who's ever had this thought, but it's really interesting. You can heal Dwight. You can heal Adam. You know who you can't heal? You can't heal Nia. Nia
True.
is, for all intents and purposes, injured right now.
Almost,
But you can't
yeah.
heal her, right? Like, she's essentially injured because the moment you can sneak up on her and kill her at this point, right? So, and there's nothing you can do about it unless you somehow make him swing. I don't like that. I don't like that they full sent the stock there.
Oh, that
Never
was
mind.
disgusting.
Never mind. I don't like doing it when there's a pallet to play, but whatever. Mind game.
Yeah,
Mind
really,
game
really
came
good
through.
job on the Ghostface part, and that is going to be first hook coming in for Nia. And now this is where the pressure really sinks in that 3v1 scenario is you've got a hook. Taking him next to the generator that's been worked on.
They could have
And it's
taken
a
hit
pain
and
res.
they could have taken a hit and gotten a
Oh.
wiggle off, but I think it's probably smarter that they didn't.
That pain res did not hit the generator in center, so that means someone else working elsewhere. It looks like it might have been Adam's generator.
Dwight's hanging out, chilling.
Survivors,
like
I would
you-
say if Survivors could get one more generator done, I think they're looking good. If this ends
Yeah.
up being a 4K2, that is a good win condition to try to meet if you're Silent Survivors.
I love the casual walking and the Ghostface sneaking up on him all the time. I'm really enjoying it. It happened to the Nia earlier, and it's happened to the Adam now. Yeah, one more generator. 4K1 would be a good shape. 4K2 would be very bad for the survivors. Ooh. Very interesting that didn't go through. By the way, the perk that we have that they don't have and the survivors will have been able to identify. Wow, another stun.
But now, again, with Olsen's
Brutal.
fault, their power is back up, and so they're not going to immediately go back to the stock. They're probably just going to go around the corner and then pop power. Yeah, make sure they can't be
want to
revealed.
find out.
That
Whoa!
psychopath was following the whole time for the reveal.
That's awesome. That's so
And
awesome.
with the way that the ping works, I think that retroactively will apply to it. That's why they got their power and then immediately lost this, because the server had a beat on them that entire time. And so with ping the way it is, it's like, oh, you're already being stalked. It's like, but I hadn't even had power yet.
Look at that totem. Did you see it? Do you see how
Yeah, I
disgusting
see
it
the
is?
totem. It's an absolutely
It's so
disgusting
gross.
spot.
I love it and hate it. Like, it's crazy.
It really is. Ooh, getting more stock onto Adam, though. And Adam's effectively 99 now, and Dwight's injured. This could be the snowball they're looking for, but that means the survivor is not accounted for. Nia could be working on that middle gen still.
There's still some vaults and stuff. Dwight isn't completely dead. Oh, well, don't take that vault.
I was about to say, this god pallet's
gone. That pallet's still up. They picked up that pallet. Another any means necessary. It doesn't make a difference because he died, but
Yeah.
Another any means necessary because that was the pallet save earlier in the game was out for that one there. So.
True. And leaving them slugged onto the ground, looking around, they see, I think this is where Adam is. Nia
Okay,
might
so
be
in
forced to come rotate around and get the pickup.
I
No,
think
they
Nia,
finished.
I was gonna say Nia's up there. That's why he turned around and didn't take that window. That's why, because he didn't want to lead the Ghostface to the injured survivor on the gen almost done. It may end up costing them the rest of the match. That's a useless pallet there. That pallet had
Yep.
2 doors on either side of it. It might have cost them the rest of the match, but they did get that last gen done, which you mentioned was really important.
Yeah, getting that fourth generator is really big, and they are getting the pickup in the moment.
That was
Dwight
a
able to
really,
run away,
really
though.
heads-up play. The Dwight dying over here was a massive heads-up play, because that would have turned into a snowball, and they wouldn't have got that gen. So good for Spexy. Feels weird saying that.
Yeah, really good job in using this pallet really well. Wow, you know, the guy had across it.
This isn't over. They
Giving
picked
up on this chase again.
Picked up the Adam. Well, he knows that this gen right in front of them is like at 80%. Now it's been cranking away with Ruin. Like Ruin's been regressing it, but that generator has a ton of progress, and he didn't want to leave the 2 injured people over here to go back and crank it out and take away his potential, their potential 4K1. Mariana, I apologize. I'm using he and she and they interchangeably, so mean no disrespect by it.
And that is going to be... Yeah, they leave chase once again.
I don't like this. Where are you going? Where are you headed? Looking for a reset, maybe? What are we doing? What are we doing? We're running away from all the generators. There's one here. Okay, we found some scratch marks. Did you not see the scratch marks?
I think
Did
they're
you
not. I don't think they want to commit to it. I think they're still worried about this gen in the back.
Maybe they just got close enough to hear the gen and left. Did you see the scratch marks though, Brew?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I'm not crazy.
Yeah, I think they saw it. I think they just don't want to commit to it because they want to try and split the pressure over here because they know what's going on.
This pallet's also been picked up.
Yep. And again, it
Gun
does make
pallet,
sense because if you
round
leave too many
two.
pallets down, Olsen's wall, it's really nasty. Oh, they do go down, though. And I think
Agree,
you
yeah,
have
I
to
agree.
take this hook.
Well, it's near to the gen that has the most progress, to our knowledge. That topside gen across the map is probably getting some. Oh, never mind. We're
No,
doing a
I
reset.
think,
like
I must say, at this point in time, if you could ever afford it, you always take the resets.
Especially when you know you have no stock. Everybody is pretty sure they've been keeping a good beat on where Ghostface is coming and going. So they're pretty sure that they've been tagged and haven't been stocked since they've been tagged. So they know that essentially that they are. This is a full reset, both health and stock until now.
Yep, and Dwight doing a really good job getting that reveal onto the Ghostface. Seeing other scratch marks around here. Looks like they do find Adam. Again, both these servers have been reset, so this is going to be much more brutal. They get the tag through the window, though, even though it's a fast fault. And now they have to go for the unhook. You have another server that's going to be death hook soon. Oh, but Adam didn't pay attention and will go down.
Moonwalk!
They're going to go straight for the pick, though.
I support it. I
does make sense.
I think it. Yeah, in that situation, the only thing you can maybe prevent is the reset. But with Sloppy Butcher in play, I don't think that they're going to be able to reset in time, or at least they're going to have to move first. And you know you're not going to catch Dwight before they get the unhook. So take the hook, get them, give them another timed objective. They have 70 seconds to get Adam off hook at this point, and get back to your rotation here. That was not Adam's pain res, by the way. Adam's pain res is still active, just for the record.
I think it actually was Adam's pain res.
Is somebody else missing a pain res?
The Dwight hasn't been hooked.
Oh, right. Sorry. Never
And-
mind. I'm wrong.
Oh, looks like they are going to be able to sneak up. Dwight didn't see it coming. But they're just going to take an M1 tag. Not enough stock to make it worthwhile. And now with everybody injured, survivors need to reset on the other end of the map. This pallet is gone now.
Yeah. Dwight made a little bit of a mistake and did a little bit of a spin there, and wasted the speed boost from the M1 tag. So instead of pressing W, unless they're doubling the top gen and wanting to die bottom again. You know what? I take it back.
Must say, they're not doubling it, but they are doing some work on it. However, pain res will reset it a little bit. But yeah, now there are no fresh pain reses anymore. It is all down to ruin.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, I was absolutely wrong. So I guess they wanted. I'm giving Dwight the benefit of the doubt. Dwight seems to be very heads up on where to die. But everybody's injured. We're chasing a survivor. Adam is dead on. No, he's no.
Adam
no,
is
Adam's
Adam was second hook. They only dead survivor is knee at the moment.
Is knee.
Adam is being chased. That's not a hit through the
What?
window.
Die, can't.
They
Maybe
did
Adam's
have
running
resilience.
resilience. Okay.
Adam is the resilient survivor, so
Okay.
that 9% just enough to get them through the window there.
Because I was gonna say, there's no like I could see that being that could be a hit through resilience even, but it had to be resilience. My goodness. Okay.
Had to be
Okay.
resilience.
Wow. So cycling back down to the other side of the map, the bottom side of the map here, looking for we got some scratch marks. Looks
Yep,
like the
good
survivors
call-outs.
might have been doubling it. There's not a lot of resources down here though. We got windows, no pallets, right? There's no pallet here. There's no pallet at the very edge of the map. This door pallet is gone. Flashbang?
Yeah, they
That
dropped a
was a
flashbang
flashbang.
behind there just to try and waste some time. But yeah,
I
they
didn't realize because they had the firecracker earlier. They got the gen done.
Yeah, but I say we didn't see a second survivor down there. We knew it wasn't being doubled, so that means that the other survivor had to have rotated around here to do top side. And yeah, they are able to finish that 5th generator, which is pretty big for these survivors because unless they're able to make this down really quickly, that could be leading to stages out, which is a huge. Again, resilience getting so much value.
I'm giving MVP to this to Dwight. Dwight had a giant sign, chase me, chase me, chase me, blinking over their head the entire match, and Ghostface ran after Dwight to the opposite side of the map where the survivors wanted them to be, and it just super heads up plays from Dwight that definitely helped them get from the 4K2 to the 4K1 to potentially outs. I think they're gonna see
yeah,
outs
they didn't
here.
get this chase done in time, so now it's gonna be multiple outs as they have. Yeah, they took the opposite corner,
This is a little devastating
and
for
it's Nia,
for
the one that
Silence,
was worth
and
the least amount of points.
Wow. So what is that? That's one hook on the other two, and just Nia, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be. It's as of right now, it's looking A stage 2K.
Wait, they don't have the door open yet.
I think Adam has the door
This
closed.
door must be open.
It has to be somewhat close, but they might have been called off of it to make sure they don't get caught in the corner. Again, really,
Yeah.
really good call-outs from these survivors.
Okay, so this isn't over yet. Getting Adam would be better than getting Nia. Obviously, getting my that's just funny from that perspective. Getting Adam would be better than getting Nia. I don't. Oh, he doubled. Oh, I was gonna say that was a really, really good play by Adam. Unfortunately, he vaults into
It's
the kill.
hard. It's you're playing a really unsafe loop against, you know, almost 200 ping. It's about all you can do. And so they will get an extra hook stage there. Killer checking out the other side of the map. I imagine the exit gate will be done by now. Yep. Yeah, I think they were just stalking to see what survivor it was. It was Nia, so they know that Dwight's back in the map somewhere.
He could be hovering by that gate too. If I were,
I wouldn't be in that gate. I would not be anywhere near that gate.
Hovering-
you
sorry,
do not need
hovering
to be
near
anywhere
the
you can be
gate.
cornered right now, unless you're
yeah,
Nia.
okay. I just mean I don't think Dwight is in the map is what I'm trying to say. I don't think Dwight's come. No, Dwight ain't over here is what I'm saying.
Yeah, they made their way back.
He's out. Yep.
Nia even saying, "How dare you think you can go back in there?" So yeah, they are able to get an extra stage of it. It's gonna be a 9-stage 2K for the
Alright.
Ghostface. But again, that is a really good job on Valhalla's part. They had a really tall order and managed to get stages out. I thought this was going to be 4K1. Alright, everyone, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. We're loading back in for trial number 6. It is the end of set 3. Will Silence's survivors be able to pull out the W and force a set 4, or is Valhalla gonna 3-0 sweep the finals? Already getting stuck onto a survivor. It is gonna be overdose kill in here. Not a bad corrupt. So this killer did opt to bring corrupt.
Very interesting. And what's missing is also kind of interesting, given the fact that the survivors will find out soon enough. The change up is there's no Ruin on the map, and
Yeah.
Ruin did so well last match.
I don't hate the idea. Sometimes you just don't want Ruin. If your playstyle is like, hey, I want to be able to commit to chases. Like, honestly, not taking Ruin makes sense. Getting kicks on stuff, like, I kind of appreciate it. Oh my goodness, that is an early stock. However, they do get the pallet dropped in and really well done on that end.
I don't like the full stock there because you have such a strong pallet there. I prefer a 99. It great plays here by Narvo with on the Jake here.
Bloodlust though.
Bloodlust. I don't think we make this. Also, I will point out the fact that we were commenting last time we had Philly.
Yeah.
This time we are using the drop leg knife sheath. No value out of it that time, but it can be very devastating when you get full stock and then suddenly you got a very, very fast Ghostface on your butt.
That's a very good point. Yeah, Pain Res coming in as expected. Them splitting gens. Adam on his own at the moment. And surprisingly, not even setting up a rotation over. And I don't know if they have a lookout going on or whatnot, but this is going to be almost up tat. Oh my goodness, that almost was a grab there.
Gonna apply Eruption to that generator. That is all 4 perks, by the way. Pain Res, Corrupt Intervention, Sloppy Butcher, and Eruption. And they got 0 gens, and the gen with progress is
they're both
progressing.
next to each other.
Wow, they're both right here. This is gonna make it hard to camp the hook because the survivors can pretty easily rotate back, but they're gonna have to keep comms and keep eyes. Unhook comes in. We do have an injury on Mariana, and we do have is this Mariana? No, this
This
like
is Adam, I think. No, yeah, I think it's Adam.
Oh no! No eyes! No! Oh, this is very bad.
Oh,
again,
man.
I hate that. Why wouldn't you get close? I don't know. I
think they saw the
Does he
stock
get
coming
it?
in. They didn't want to, but it doesn't matter. They do get the hit on Eruption. This is a very strong start for Valhalla. However, they aren't going back to tunnel out a survivor immediately, which is interesting.
I keep
Another
on
Pain Res
talking
too.
about how I don't like what they're doing, and then it winds up working out for them. So I mean, again, I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. I don't like 99ing someone and then fully popping it when they have room to make it to a pallet. It hasn't mattered, but that's 2 times in a row Ovi has full sent that stock, and I don't think that that's the right move. But that being said, it's working, so keep doing what's working, you know?
Well, so that's the other thing too. We even talked about this during the Ghoulish Gala finals. Because Myers kept popping stock early. I think it's also just so you can get the Bloodlust started. Because I mean, Bloodlust is a really strong mechanic on a lot of these pallets that you kind of have to utilize. They
That
do finish
is
their
fair,
first
yeah.
generator.
That's a really good point, I guess. I don't know. I would prefer 99 someone get broken out and save the no.
Oh, that might be game over. That is
really bad. And everybody's injured.
Yeah.
You can stand. No, you can stand in front of this hook and let them. He's not gonna. He's not gonna.
Okay, second gen
pops. Okay, this is not a super safe pallet, particularly when it's already been dropped. And it looks like Narvel knows that, and they're gonna leave. That is not a safe pallet either, because you got 2 open doors!
But see, this is the thing. They're not even going to secure. Like, they get this down. They got the unhook before second stage secured, and they're going to be able to get the pickup. Again, everybody's injured. Sloppy is coming to full force here, so I'm not saying it like, oh, you know, they're no longer in a good spot. They're still in a phenomenal place. But this is... They're giving up a lot of their pressure, I feel like.
They threw away, it's not a throwing the game, but they threw away a lot of, they threw away a very strong position to a less strong, still strong, but less strong position, yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, you had, like you said, 2 servers injured, a server on the ground next to the hook. You could have at least stuck around to secure second stage, but I think they just really want to push people around, especially after you saw that second gen fall. You know where that 4th survivor is.
You know where they are.
Go back and secure. Oh, my goodness.
Swings through.
Reset
okay,
onto
they're
Adam,
resetting. Oh, okay. I mean, you kind of have to do it, right? You can't get unhooked against a stealth killer injured.
True.
So we know approximately where we know where everybody is because we know that they just healed. So Ace is up that side of the map. Ace is not getting the unhook yet. So I think now we might see securing the kill. Maybe are we gonna run in here? Are we running into trade? Maybe. Oh, we're gonna get a trade.
Yeah, it's gonna end up being a hook trade, just a little bit, and yeah, they will be able to save this from going to that. But I think you leave this slug, honestly. Really interesting. I mean,
this is their second hook. This is their second hook. So. And you're kind of stuck bottom side. So I agree, but also this is probably fine, you know?
Yeah, but I say Ace is getting reset from Nancy now. Jake holding W to the other side, but again, they've got to get some gens done somewhere. So the killer's still in a very demanding position.
For sure.
And that
2
is going to be death
games,
hook.
no brutal strength, but I mean, again, it seems like it's not coming into play. It's very interesting. I feel like this doesn't feel like a normal Ghostface Leary's match because I feel like Ghostface, that's gonna be Narvo dead, by the way. I feel like Ghostface more often, like, you play a lot of safe pallets. Like, I feel like the survivors haven't been, both teams haven't really been playing to the potential as much as they could have been. Just because I feel like a lot of times you play that, I like that. Take full stock that and run away. But yeah, you play all the safe pallets while you crank away gens and you keep your comms up and stuff like that. I feel like chases that should be hard with a general M1 killer, because I mean that's all you are. Even in this situation, this is a bad pallet, this is a bad example. But even in this situation, you know, you play safe pallets and you play as safely as possible. Use up your resources, and then later in the game it gets difficult because all the resources are gone. They've been dying quickly. They've been dying pretty quickly. Both sides were dying pretty quickly. It just seems it's a very unorthodox Ghostface match, both sides too. So.
Yeah, but definitely a bit of a different flavor of Ghostface. But regardless, now, given the previous score, this is going to start getting pretty dire for Silence's survivors. They can't really afford to give up too many more stages, and honestly, they need some gens done ASAP. This gen pressure they've had at the beginning was decent up until the second the slug next to the hook, which again at that point just Ghostface has been kind of on a roll, constantly going back and checking to see if Nancy's gonna come back to that generator, but doesn't seem to be the case at the moment. Unhook coming in onto Ace, and Ghostface will head right back to that area again. That means that Adam was the one that unhooked. Both these servers are injured. Yeah, but
there's not a lot to work with
This
here.
is looking pretty dire here. I don't know how you pull back out of this.
There's nothing here. So again, I want to point out something. There are 2 survivors dead. Because Adam's dead now.
Adam is
There are
dead,
2
yep.
survivors dead. Both, and when I say God pallets, I mean the God pallets. Both of the God pallets are still up on the map. The one by Nancy's gen down there, and the one in the library. Those are like, yes, that corner palette is check spottable, but those are those are Shack level god palettes that you cannot mind game. Both of them are up and 2 people are dead. I think that is inexcusable. And I'm not trying to like pile on the survivors here,
and
but that is inexcusable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's entirely fair. And Ace is found going down. But I think you can just hook this and not care.
I agree. Yeah, it's not even close, right?
No, it really isn't. They need more gens done. You need at least 3 more gens done. So even if you say somehow Nancy gets hatch, I still don't think it's enough. And you can see this generator being worked on.
No,
yep, there's Nancy, and that is going to be lights out.
And that's gonna be a clean sweep for Valhalla.
Yeah, Valhalla coming away 3-0, a very dominant showing, and it is a bit of a bittersweet showing as well. As I was told, this team is finishing out its tournaments and will not be returning next season. This is their last showing, which Swan Song and all, they did a pretty good job.
They did exceptionally well, and I'm not taking away from Silence in any way. Silence played great in all the sets as well. Valhalla just had the edge, and again, a few hiccups, very, very minor, and it was both on Killer and Survivor. One small mistake here that was the most ambitious swing I've ever seen in my life. There's
really
no
was.
way you hit that.
That was intense. Now, to be fair, Nancy's actually doing some moves here, making this chase oh, never mind, cursed it.
Needed that chase early in the match, right? But yeah.
Yeah, that will be 4K3 for Valhalla.
And yeah, no, Survivors, both on Survivor and Killer sides, there were small turning points in each match that just ended up being the edge. Again, Wraith in the first match, just not having Bamboozle. I think having Bamboozle changes that entire game around, right? And Unknown, again, really, really strong showing, and then it kind of fell apart for them. So really, like on the Survivor side, so really, really great showing from both teams. But Valhalla is going to be our champion.
It will be, and getting a close-up of the charm, you'll love to see it. And yeah,
I love it.
GGWP to Silence, but congratulations to Valhalla on the 3-0 sweep in the finals, and they are the victors of